Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Play of Internet Court. I know it's been a while, but I have to take a little bit of a breather so that I can be able to get use of the game and all that kind of stuff. But for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to case number 2. Case number 2, Fanfic Fiasco.
I never wanted to be a judge in internet court. I
Really?
wanted to be a judge in a real courtroom with real people, real trials, real stakes. But I guess the legal higher-ups didn't think I was good enough for that.
Oh dear.
I'm still a little salty about that. I think that's why I never tried as hard as I could during these cases. But I'm getting better, like how the other day in court when they mentioned the contrived cliffhanger case. I was curious, so I decided to look it up, and lo and behold, they turned that case into a judge training case, a computer simulation for training judges. I decide what the judge says and does and how he reacts, and I'm judged on how well I do. Here, why don't I show you?
Okay. That's a VR. It looks like he's starting something. Judge training simulation.
With mashed potatoes on top.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Okay, it looks like they're just making small talk before the trial starts.
The other lawyer achievement. Okay, so right now I just want to go ahead and continue this trial.
Okay, here we go. The first prompt. In real life, the judge started the trial at this point, so I should probably do the same. What should I say?
Should I say quiet in the courtroom, or I'm hereby consenting? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But I am going to save. I'm going to save it in the second slot since I already played the previous one. That's something to think about because it's been a while since I played this. So, let's see. Does it matter or does it really matter when it comes to what I should say or how should I start the trial with? Okay, so instead of quiet in the courtroom, which is sound rude, I'm going to go with this.
I hereby commence the trial of Officer Graham R. Redpen versus Vic Berger. Would the two attorneys please introduce themselves?
Purple Eagle Sandwich.
What?
Orange, rectangular, raccoon.
Did I mess up the settings or something?
I don't know.
This thing isn't working right.
You're coming in a little low, Defense. Could you adjust your microphone settings?
Oh, sure. Is this better?
Perfect.
Oh, the original judge asked for a sound check first. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's officially start the trial.
Okay.
I'm Good Always Wins, and I'll be the prosecutor today. I'm representing Graham R. Redpen, who filed the suit in the name of All People Everywhere.
And I'm Tina Middleton, aka Tina.Middleton, standing as the defense. My client, Vic Berger, has been accused of multiple accounts of bad fan fiction writing.
A most serious crime indeed.
Exactly, Your Honor. He's on the call now.
We're starting? Hi everybody, I'm Vic Berger, and I'm the author of the fanfic. Sorry if my suit doesn't fit, it's actually my dad's, but I just didn't know what I should wear to internet court.
You don't have to wear a suit. This is a very laid-back courtroom.
Objection! My client is wearing a suit because he takes this trial seriously. He takes a lot of things seriously, including fan fiction writing. Right, Your Honor?
Okay, so the defendant is wearing a suit because he's taking this trial seriously, even though this is internet court, and you don't have to be formal.
Ooh, this is a starred prompt. That means it's one of the big, important decisions of this trial. If I get it right, things just move on as normal. If I get it wrong, I get a strike. Just like the lawyers in the real cases. But getting back to the trial, the objection is that the defendant is wearing a suit because he takes things seriously. How do I want to respond to that?
Okay, so this is a little bit of a tricky question. Because, yes, you wear suits and you take things seriously in an actual real court, but in internet court, I don't think it's necessary to wear a suit. But the question is, should I overrule the objection or sustain? Because remember one thing, if I get it right, then we move on. If I get it wrong, then I get a strike. So either way, this is going to be a very tough decision. At this point, I'm going to overrule that.
Objection overruled. The defendant's fashion sense has no bearing whatsoever on his capabilities as a writer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, it looks like I picked the right option. I think.
Okay.
I'm Officer Graham R. Redpen, here to testify. As you may know, Redpen is a member of the Grammar Police.
I have sworn to protect the public from Mary Sue's tired tropes and poor grammar. It is my duty to make the world a better place.
We appreciate
Really?
all that you do for us, but in
Another
this case,
achievement.
you have reached too far. My client's fanfics were good.
The defendant has written 140 different fanfics. Most of them for Perry Hodder, Walker Do, and Phoenix Wright. 99% of them have checked out okay.
Alright. So at this point, the judge asks about the numbers. Well, let's hear it.
Okay, it says the judge asked about the numbers. Which number should I ask about?
That's kind of tricky. Let's go ahead and save here, because I don't want to get it wrong. So it says here, it asks me which number do you want to ask about. Does it matter or does it matter? I'm not 100% sure. Alright, just to make sure, I think I already saved, but I'm going to save once again, just in case if I mess it up. So, let's go with 1.140% fanfics.
140 fanfics? You've written almost 150 stories about imaginary characters?
I've got a lot of free time, Your Honor.
We found 2 fanfics that violate our standards of good taste. The first one is relatively minor, too many grammar issues, a few typos, not using an apostrophe for there, accidental capital letters, nothing a good proofreader can't fix. But the second fanfic. Oh, the second fanfic.
Uh-oh.
It's almost nothing but overblown, unnecessary cliffhangers.
We should discuss the minor infraction first. It's easier.
Objection. We should discuss the major infraction first. It's the important one.
At this point, we cannot make this decision. But according to what it says here, it says at this point the judge decided which direction and all that.
Okay, decision time. This is called the contrived cliffhanger case, right? So that means I should follow...
Which fanfic do you want to investigate? Well, let me save here because at this point it's either the one with grammar issues or the one with overblown cliffhangers. It's all the cliffhanger part should be interesting, but what if it's the wrong option? I do not know. At this point, I think the grammar issues is something that is not major, so I think we should go with the cliffhangers.
Let's discuss the major infraction, the one about the bad cliffhangers.
Agreed. I have the fanfiction right here. If everyone could click on the link.
He's eating a donut. Okay. Games. The Legend of Shelley. The Deadly Tried 4. Author Vic Berger. Okay, so summary. Blink is summoned by Surya, I can't even pronounce that name, to the water bottle temple. Gunnan has escaped from prison and become a mermaid. Can Blink and Surya defeat him? And where is Shelley? Hint of Blink and Gunnan. Should I click anything? No. Nothing particular. I like the drawing though. I like the drawing though. It's not like a masterpiece, but it is pretty cute.
What? You shipped Blink and Gunnan? But they're mortal enemies.
That's what makes them such a good couple. It's forbidden romance.
I demand an instant guilty verdict, Your Honor. This man is clearly guilty of having no taste whatsoever.
Objection. This isn't a Blink Gunnan / fic. The description clearly says there are only hints of them as a couple.
Objection! You know as well as I do that summaries can be deceptive. Why, I once read a fanfic that had a Jerry Lila ship in the summary, and they weren't even in the story. It was all about Steve going to the store and buying bagels.
Objection! What kind of bagels were they? I'm sorry. Everybody else got to raise an objection. I thought it would be cool if I got to, too.
That objection was almost as bad as trying to ship Blink and Gunnan.
Oh, boy. Okay, this came up in the last trial, too. Good Always Wins clearly takes her shipping wars seriously. Should I,
Okay, things have become heated up over something to do with Gunnan and Blink as a couple. But I am going to save right here because I don't want to risk of doing anything that leads to a bad decision. So, how should you settle the argument? Stop the irrelevant discussion, or let them keep fighting? You know what? I think the best way is just to stop this discussion.
let's move on. We've got the summary. Let's see the story.
Agreed. I think it shouldn't be that way either.
What?
And if you look closely, you'll notice a problem with the summary page.
Yep, I definitely call my boys in on this one.
What? My description is great.
Yeah, I see nothing wrong with the description.
Besides this stupid idea that Gunnan would become a mermaid, there's an obvious grammatical problem. You can see it, right, Judge?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So I'm not that great with grammar. Like, I can never remember if it's supposed to be irregardless or unregardless. And that that little comma thing with the dot on the top. What is that? Alright, I guess I'll just have to figure out where the prosecution is going with this. Where is the mistake on the summary page?
Yes. So, we need to figure out where is the mistake of the summary page. Where... Yeah, I keep saying it. I do not know. This is kind of pretty tricky. This is kind of pretty tricky to figure this out. But, once again, I'm going to do this constantly because whenever there's a choice option, I have to save. And I have to make a decision before it's too late. But I think for the sake of this video, I'm going to stop here. And that's simply because I want to leave it not just a cliffhanger, but more like leave it for the next part so that I could figure out what it is. What's the mistake in the summary page? Very hard to say. Not very hard to say, but very hard to tell. But regardless, that's it for today's video. I'll see you all in the next part. Thanks for watching.